Alright, alright. He's here. He's back. What's up? Welcome to the early stream. Actually, the stream's kind of basically on time when I would like to stream every day. But, yeah. Alright, I got 4 major quad tabs empty. Setting up a big trial of Sekhemas session. Hope y'all doing good today. Kind of ease into this one a little. It's gonna be a longer stream for sure today. Longer than the last few ones. That is for sure. I freaking love this build for this farm. It's absolutely insane. Insane build for this farm.
All right, your order is registered.
Well, it's been a while since I've done this. Let's see, we got the intro. Usually I talk about the maps. The crafting on the maps and like scarabs or something. So instead of that, it'll be about the Relic package. And usually there's an investment section, but that's nothing in this. We're investing nothing. Nothing invested. That's crazy. So yeah, I basically just talk about this, the relics. Does anybody know the Desperate Alliance drop rate? Was it like evenly same drop rate as the others, I think? But then like the last breath is, I saw somewhere it was like 1 out of 650. Yeah, something like that. Alright, well, I'm gonna start the video. Quiet morning today, I see. Makes it easier to make a video. Less distracted. Alright, let's go. I think I'm ready. Guess I'll do this. Probably at least do. Wait, what is that doing here? What? Need 20 of these. Actually, don't need that many. Yeah. Okay. I can't believe it's so awesome. 0 investment. Alright. Kick off. What's going on, guys? Snoo here. We are back in the Trial of Sekhemas Relic Farming Edition. I did this in 0.1, focusing on target farming against the darkness jewel unidentified and selling it for trade for a profit. I believe I was getting roughly 2 divines per run to do that. When you use this relic, you get that jewel guaranteed, and it's a very strong jewel. It's especially strong now if we take a look Back in 0.1, Against the Darkness was super good because there were so many jewel slots and so many things to do. But then in 0.2, they removed a lot of jewel slots. It got knocked down a peg or two. But now I would say it's kind of back up to its former glory because of some specialized combinations of From Nothing with the keystones here. And then you can overlay it kind of like this. It's a very popular place to put it here for attack builds. This is a popular area for more spell builds, and so there's so much power that you can get out of the Against the Darkness and specialized mods. You can look into it if you want. I'm not going to go over in big detail about that because we're not actually target farming that. We're target farming the material needed to drop that one, this relic, as well as some other things. This is a really fun multi-layered jackpot strategy that essentially costs nothing to invest into, and you can do it whether you're beginning, middle, end of your character's journey. You obviously need to be strong enough to handle the final floor of Trial of Sekhemas with relative ease. But yeah, we're going to be focusing on relics this time, which is something I remember Travic made a video on back in 0.1, a good video for that. And I didn't actually do that strat. I learned about it after the fact. So when we focus on getting relics, using relics like these, increased quantity of relics dropped from monsters, not only do we get more of these magic relics, which we can then sell for profit, we get more of these too. These will drop off the boss as well. Normally, when you do a run, you get one unique relic to drop. Of course, we have the Desperate Alliance. Yeah, more than that, actually. Pull it up here. Boom. But that's not all. We have a whole slew of different unique relics. This one, of course, I know many of you guys are interested in. The Last Flame, very rare. I heard somewhere it was like a 1 in 650 drop rate or something. Which mathematically puts the value of 20 Trials of Sekhemas that I'm doing, if I drop 3 of these relics at a time, 3 random unique relics at a time, roughly 4 divines worth of value, I think, right now. The Last Flame and Temporalis, they're not as useful or valuable in 0.3 as they were before, but it's still a big jackpot drop, dozens of divines in value if it does. All of these are worthless other than the Last Flame and the Desperate Alliance. Unfortunately, the Desperate Alliance, which gives the Against the Darkness jewel, has a fairly high weighting. I could be mistaken, but I think they're all about the same, actually, except for the Last Flame. It's super, super rare. That's not it, though. Another form of jackpot is the Grand Spectrum Jewels. These are worth quite a bit this time. I feel like maybe in 0.3 they're worth more than they were at any other point in the game. Maybe not. I don't know. But I did notice that there were several divines, even the worst color of the 3, and Ruby was worth like over 20 divines a piece or something like that. Something like 1 in 10 runs, on average, we'll see a Grand Spectrum chest at the end. It requires a gold key, and maybe it's a little more common than that. Maybe it's a little more rare. I don't know. But basically, 3 types of jackpots. Grand Spectrums, the Last Flame would be the biggest one, and the Desperate Alliance is the more reliable sort of jackpot that's not guaranteed at the end of the run. We still have a few other things that might drop, like random Divine Orbs, currencies, as well as level 20 Skill Gems and Spirit Gems. Those are fairly common in the Trial of Sekhemas because you go well above, area level 80, 81, 82. Over time, each floor increases the levels by 1. And so that's a great way to target farm level 20 gems, and they're still worth a fair bit. That's basically it as far as specialized drops we're aiming to get. And it's a lot of value all across the board. I'm expecting to make a lot of currency. One of the biggest reasons I'm expecting to make currency is because it doesn't cost anything to do this strategy. So this is usually where I'd insert the investment cost section of the strat, or maybe going over the maps and stuff. As you can see, we're just going to be using area level 80 trials. It doesn't technically have to be 80. I guess I do have some 79s in here. I kind of meant to do only 80, but oh well, it doesn't make that big of a difference. And you can do as far as, you can go do as low as 75, I think, and still get the 4th floor if you want. So if this strategy is a bit challenging for you, you might want to think twice about doing it the way I'm going to do it, because I'm going to show you the relic package now. This is the part that's really important. So instead of looking at maps, scarabs, or precursors, things like that, we're looking at relics. It's important to keep in mind that relics don't actually cost anything. In an active market, you can buy them and sell them. You can even turn them over for a profit if you want. So effectively, 0 investment cost. Initial investment to get started does cost something, and these relics that you see here, if you try to match these 1 for 1, they are quite expensive, a few divines each, as a matter of fact. But you can always settle for slightly lower rolls with lower roll ranges. You don't have to necessarily get 20% quantity of relics dropped from monsters, which is a perfect roll. You could settle for 14 or 16, something that's actually quite a bit cheaper then. You'll see there is another modifier that I have on these, which is traps deal reduced damage. That's because the build I'm running is exceptionally good for Trial of Sekhemas. Super fast twisters, off-screen monsters, the chalice gauntlet, all of that. I don't even see the monsters basically. But traps can give me a hard time, especially because I can't control a character moving that fast. Just run right into traps and stuff. So that's the only type of room that is really burdensome for me. It turns out that you can pair this up with quantity of relic drops and get your traps reduced damage taken to over 100% potentially. I think I have 91%? 91% reduced damage if I'm not mistaken from traps. And if you want to know what that looks like, it's basically like having, in terms of honor resistance, it would be like having maxed out honor resistance and then still only taking about half the honor damage. But really it's my life that I'm worried about as far as traps. It's not honor. So reducing trap damage not only reduces the amount of honor I lose, it reduces the amount of damage I might lose for my life. And since that's the only real threat to me at this point in the build, this is going to be the best way to do it. So we're kind of all in. Every single relic is increased quantity of relics dropped. Now if that's too much for you, here's some great news for you. You can sub in 1 or 2 or even 3 of these here. It's a nice pairing with Merchant has an additional choice because we're going to also hopefully get increased effect of non-unique relics by 30%. Is one of the buffs that we get from the Merchant quite frequently in one of these runs. And so that will have a multiplicative effect on how many relics drop. This means even though I can only get 180% increased quantity of relic drops, which equals 2 unique relics, and then a 4 out of 5 chance for a third one, we can actually go above. We can go 3 relics every time, with a chance to get a 4th one, potentially. And while I could also run this relic in here, you'll see if you actually look at the layouts on this, it's really burdensome because it means I would have to draw not only 2, but 3 of these relics out of here to fit this in. It's actually quite annoying. So I've elected to not simultaneously farm Against the Darkness with relic farming. I'm just going all in relic farming. Alright. I would yap less, but people want to know. They want to know the information. It's good information. Hell, this is how I built my brand starting 5 years ago. There's videos like these. So that basically kicks us off. All right, the investment cost is nothing. The relic setup, you've heard it. There are a few combination of things you can do with that. And of course, we'll be looking for really good magic relics. There are basically 2 types of relics that are worth anything. They're the relics that I kind of scrolled over with increased chance to drop more relics. High roll, or there's also Merchant's reduced prices combined with Merchant has additional option. It used to roll 2 additional options. That was nerfed in 0.3. It can only roll 1, so that strat's been hurt a bit this time around. There are a few other rolls that can be good, like 10% increased movement speed and maybe like absolutely max rolled honor resistance, rolled relics, things like that. So you can take a look. We're going to be looking at a lot of relics, and I'm expecting some of the magic relics to be of value too, because we're going to drop a ton of them. This relic package here doesn't just result in more unique relic drops, it results in across the board. I'm going to be getting dozens and dozens and dozens of relics to look at every single run. We're going to do 20 runs. I don't even know if 3 dump tabs here is enough to fit all of that before the fact. But yeah, we got 20 of these, and we're going to kick it off with run number 1.
I'm unsure what I've gotten myself into here.
Alright, this will give you some sense of what this build looks like inside Trial of Sekhemas. You can see that, well, certainly this type of room is quite favorable for me. Honestly, every room is, though. And it's done. You can also see that I didn't get hit at all. Now, this is my sprinting speed, by the way. I don't need that. And now we're going to look at the downside. You're not always taking the room you select. I'm not going to make this a guide on which room to pick, but basically we're just going for gold keys, merchants at first till we get the right boon. trying not to take any crazy downsides, although most of them are okay. Ironically, a couple of these are really bad. No evasion. I'm not even sure no evasion would hurt me that much anymore on this one. Normally I would hate to take this one, but that's only about the last boss, so I'm not really concerned about it. Perhaps a trap or something, maybe a fire trap might cause me problems there, but we'll see. Oh, here's a good point. The 4-to-1 relics are useless. Nobody wants them. They're bad. This I will take. The 2-to-1 and 3-to-1. And so this chalice event is now done, and I only saw one rare monster. I killed 3, but I only saw 1. So that gives you a sense of what a chalice event is like. And then this one is a complete joke as well. I'm beginning to think that this build as Twister might be one of the best no-hit runners for, you know, if you actually went for the Temporalis. Because even like this event, I mean, very unlikely to get hit by anything here. Could happen, I guess. And I think if you made yourself 100% immune to traps, you would never lose honor from them, so that would be pretty easy. Well, that's a nice little showcase of how fast we'll be going. I'm expecting this to take about 20 minutes per... Yeah, maybe about 20 minutes. I'm not the fastest player in the world. I don't really have these layouts memorized or whatever. I get an extra boon here, so... But, yeah, there'll definitely be some highlights. And we'll definitely be going fast, so we'll see how long it takes to do 20 of these. And we'll take a look at the results in the end.
That's close.
Pretty rough rooms to start. Oh no, a tramp. Now this is an example of a room I hate because, you know, having to tiptoe your way through this is usually annoying, but in the event that I can just ignore it. Like, I just got nailed by one of those traps. I lost 13 honor for it, with 0 honor resistance. Why didn't you send me that way before? I knew there was one over here. Am I going to be running the increased accuracy spirit support gems for whirling? Accuracy, spirit support. I don't know. I kind of know what you're talking about, but I don't think so because I can't afford it. I don't have any left over for weapon set 1. Alright. Now I need to put these in a different place. There we go.
Greetings.
Dang. There's some good options here, but apparently I'm broke. I never got a single, that means I didn't get a single sacred water floor. That's crazy. I mean, I'm not stacking spirit, or I'm not stacking accuracy anyway. It's not all that amazing. Tried this build as Huntress last season. It was trash. Would you try it without any gear? Last season you needed gear to move fast like this. I'm moving faster than I was in the Huntress. I'm not even accuracy stacking because all the power is baked into a quad support gem setup with basically all % more multipliers. Combined with weapon swap with no delay. So yeah, it's way better. In fact, I just came out with a video talking about how attack speed rate movement is better than movement speed rate movement, especially on the same budget. It's like the complete inverse of what it was last league. Wait, why am I stuck here? What? Oh, gotta do this. The tech needed to move as fast as I'm moving here. You can move about 80% as fast as I'm moving here with essentially almost zero investment. Like you need like a 2.2 attack speed weapon, which is like, I don't know, I bought one randomly, it was like 15 exalts. And you need a tier 1, just a tier 1 attack speed roll in the gloves. Just go look at my last YouTube video. I show it. Some people were, for some reason, got the impression that I had things backwards, but because I showcased an early endgame Roa versus early endgame Whirling Slash, and the Roa moved half as fast. But I literally couldn't even test an in-game Roa build because it cost more than double the entire price tag of my build. I couldn't even test it, it was too expensive. I couldn't even test 200% increased movement speed. It was so expensive. And so I was like, well, I will just have to use math to make up for it. Just have to use math formulas in that video, which is second best, I guess. Yeah, there was also an issue with Whirling Slash being bugged and allowing you to move way faster than you were supposed to, but this is post-fix, obviously. There was I don't know, there was an issue with it before. Oh, wait, what? Where's the... What? Excuse me. Lever, please. Ooh. Does the attack speed make you use a lever faster? Oh yeah, the other thing is they patched Whirling Slash so it gets stuck on edges less. Like, way less. Now, if you drive yourself straight into a cliff at 45-degree angle, you still get stuck. But so long as, like, as far as like barely getting stuck on edges or whatever, that's not the case anymore. And even if you are getting stuck, you can always just dodge roll off of it anyway, just like you could before. Like, I got stuck right there. I dodge rolled out of it. Not a big deal. Does mana regen rate count the mana leech recovery? No. No, it doesn't. So mana regen is like a useless stat. Because it's dwarfed in value compared to... If you're talking about this build. Compared to leech. What attack speed would you recommend? Well, it's about taking no trap damage. It's not about the attack speed. It's not that I'm not taking damage because I'm running fast enough. I'm not taking damage because I have like 91% less damage taken from traps through the Relic. That's why.
Tall. I would give anything for 2 ancient guardians await you ahead. Move quickly. It's gaining strength. I'm starting to get the hang of this place.
You know what I mean with like twisters? I mean, I've gotten hit once this run, I think. Not counting traps. Of course I get hit by traps because I'm just running through them, but... So easy, dude.
Greetings.
These all suck.
Always.
What is considered a good speed for one clear of this, anyway? Nowadays. Oh no, 30% less movement speed. If hit recently. Do you have an update on my build? The updates of anything on YouTube has been updated, but I haven't updated much lately. No. No major updates. I know we were having like major updates almost every day. But no, nothing crazy. I added Headhunter myself, and then probably going to go for that Chaos offhand. But I tried to fix... I've been trying to get really good rings lately. That's what I've been focusing on right now.
Swift magnificence.
Wait, what? Oh, I'm dumb. We gotta go here. I still don't have... I don't have Trial of Sekhemas memorized. I haven't ran it like... I probably ran it like 50 to 100 times ever in the history of running it, but... keys you pick up are duplicated, what?
Onwards. Always. Make
Alright.
Garokan the
Sure.
choice.
It's all good. Not that it really matters. It's so nice that even trap rooms, they're still the most annoying of all room types, but they don't bother me much. Wait, what? Oh my god. It'd be nice if I had this memorized. Yeah, I did see a new layout earlier when I was setting up for this last night. I was doing a couple of runs. Oh my god, I got way too many good boons. You have no armor. Oh no. No armor. Should probably stop picking trap rooms all day long.
An oasis in the desert.
One thing that surprised me is how good Twister is at this event here. This used to be, especially on the 4th floor, this used to be one that was a little bit rough, like with builds I was running, especially when I was running Monk in 0.1. Because monsters would like come out of thin air and then they'd get the hit on me, even if I was really fast and killed them. It was hard to like not let them get the first hit.
Swift
Like when you're running around this fast and you got Twisters, they're just constantly going around, like what? I don't even see a monster. I didn't even see a single monster in that event. I guess there were some somewhere. Like, just not Nothing there. Wow, like half the maps I'm doing are traps. Maps, that's so bad. A little bit annoying. Oh, like this. Didn't even trigger it. Too fast.
Beware the scorpion's sting. This was the end of the trial.
Ow.
But I sense another being resides.
Remember, I have 0 honor resistance.
You can challenge them if you.
I was surprised you could do this with 0 honor res. Not gonna lie.
Let's plan. Onwards, onwards, onwards. Always.
I'm on LA train, might give Twister a try. Well, good. You can always give LA a try with a real movement skill. If you want. But yeah, it's a great build. I think it's, I mean, it was such a good build last time around that I did it again. I wanted to do it as a hybrid build. Whoa, am I lagging? What the hell? I can't click it. Whoa, something is weird. Something is very strange. Can't... God, what in the world? The game was acting really weird. Did you see how shoddy that was? It was crazy. I don't know, the game was like bugging out there for a second. It's okay now. I couldn't actually click anything. Left click anything. POB link on max roll? Just type exclamation profile. Let's see a POB link. Really? Dude.
Impressive endurance.
Is it clunky? Well, if it is clunky, it's clunkiest on maps like these, where there's like a bunch of stuff in the way. And you're likely to get wrapped up against the edge of the map, and you have to like dodge roll off of it. But it's just something you get used to, and you can always dodge roll anyway. You basically go WASD mode, but playing like a mouse.
Good riddance.
I was not under the impression that, oh, here's one of the new floors. This is a new floor, by the way. I was not under the impression that Twisters caused a whole bunch more lag than LA, for example. I'm just gonna take gold keys out of here. I mean, actually no, I'll try to hit the vendor. There's a vendor there. This is the event I want to see. I want to see more of that. That is the best event to get.
For you,
I already have 7 gold keys. What?
but it is of no consequence to me.
You have to go over there, click that, then come and lock yourself inside. This was a little bit weird. Very long-lasting one. I did lose a little honor there. Yeah. Actually, I gotta be a little careful here. Took a whole bunch of damage. Alright, I got a bunch of honor coming here. God. Escape is this, yeah, this is fine. I mean, I had like over twice as many crap trials as a normal run in this entire run. It was actually bonkers how many I had on this one. Not that I'm reading them.
Impressive endurance. Let's plan.
No!
Onwards. We
Not the
will
good one.
succeed. Use that one.
Alright, whatever.
This battle is
Come, Taljari.
You guys wanna know how difficult this boss is?
Enact your fate.
He's that difficult. 3 relics, 1 base. That's gonna be pretty common. I was initially estimating maybe... I don't even know if this is good. 10? 10 of these relics? This is worth 3 divines, by the way.
I shall aid you.
Right now, anyway.
May that serve you.
Okay, and now we check for Grand Spectrums. Time lost jewels is the second best. Just looking at the gold. Golden, I think they can only spawn in gold ones. Looks like we have none. Look, I had 9 gold keys. I also forgot to mention we're getting a bunch of jewels. Okay, so we'll look at the jewels. Most of the jewels aren't really worth anything unless they got like movement speed, increased quiver effect, mana on kill maybe. But perhaps we'll get lucky. Flying spear. Oh yes. That's it. So kind of by the numbers. Didn't get much of anything good except for the most likely jackpot to hit, which is the base relic.
Not here.
You can see even getting in and out of there is pretty fast, and now go straight back. You can keep the same relics. I don't even have to like sub anything. Just gonna dump everything here. We'll still see how many relics I got in the end. I don't know if that is worth anything. I got one Exalted Ore. I go here and wait, I guess yeah, right here. All right, put it in, plug it in again,
I continue.
and that's the way of it. Pretty nice. You could do this all day, make a ton of currency. And if you screw it up the worst way, if you screw it up in the worst way possible, all you lose is a little bit of time on that run. Hi Stu, what's your wary dodging Jewel doing Jewel? Why do we use it? I feel no difference. Try running Delirium, you'll feel a difference. I'd never get stunned now.
Too weak, too slow.
Oh, that was close.
Wait, how did that end so fast? It's crazy. You have no armor.
I need more time.
I only saw one of these events last time, and it's basically the fastest event.
I shall overcome.
Ritual good riddance.
Controversy, dude.
An oasis in the desert.
Is this Tornado Shot? No, it's Tornado Twister. I have Salvo support. It doesn't synergize with Tornado Shot anyway. So I can't spam it. It's like Unleash except for attacks. This build ramps up in time. You wait a little bit. You get the Frenzy Charges, you get the Barrage, you get the Salvo all at once, and then it basically 10x's the quantity of twisters you shoot out at once.
Endurance.
Which is actually really nice because then you can focus on doing other things in the in-between time. Like you can focus on maybe another damage ability, or you focus on boss mechanics. So you can actually be kind of bad at the game and just every now and then cast twisters, and then, you know, you give your undivided attention towards the mechanics of the fight. It's a very underrated aspect of this build. It gives the active damage. It reminds me a lot of, like, you know, a miner or, you know, a ballista build or something where they don't have to actually pay that much attention to their damage. They just focus on mechanics.
Stand tall.
Am I playing WASD? I'm playing WASD mode, but I'm not using WASD. So I got to remove... I traded 3 buttons for 1. I gotta use right click to move as a skill. Still not faster with your headhunter belt? Yeah. My headhunter belt doesn't help me at all. Weren't you trolling me yesterday? Rage baiting. When do you use Call of the Week? In maps, I use it, but not much otherwise. I don't think I use it at all here.
The foe ahead is formidable. Steel yourself.
I need to add the overlay, I just realized.
I know you will succeed. I shall aid you.
More defense.
The choice is made. You use that land.
Oh, yeah, we kind of need to put things in the right place, don't we? Whoops. I can get the overlay. Active. The last, what's it called? The last flame. Grand spectrum. Did I try Vile? Only hypothetically. I would have to have almost perfect gear to justify that, I think, defensively. Because I have to give up a lot of defense to do that. So it'll require a bit of a rework. Like, for example, Hybrid Chest. I probably would need to go Rare Amulet with it. I still need to check, like, if that's even worth it damage-wise. Probably it can be justified if you do Rare Amulet. Twisters seem to be nerf-proof because nobody wants to play off meta. I know. Yeah, dude. I mean, I only talked about Whirling Slash in my video recently, and people, you know... I get that I was a little bit aggressive in that video with my speech, but that's because I'm... you know, trying to prove a freaking point here. Talking about everybody's got their head buried in the sand.
The ritual has been disrupted.
I still got a bunch of pushback on that. Like, people just... I don't know, people just put the blinders on, I guess. They don't even see it. I don't know what's going on. Currency for this build to work? Like, almost none. I have invested a couple hundred divines into this, but you can have 80% of the speed, 80% of the defense, and 60% of the damage with virtually no budget. Like less than a divine will get you at least 70% of everything you see here for about less than a divine you could have. That's how strong the build is.
Ritual has been disrupted. A moment of respite.
It's actually scary. It's totally imbalanced. But people just, yeah, people, you know, popular builds are popular because they're popular, not because they're good. That's a lesson I have learned this league more than most.
A moment of respite.
You still prefer Deadeye over Amazon for this build? I would say I'm even footing there, except that they nerfed the Amazon's best ascendancy a lot, and the problem is the Amazon only has 2 good ascendancies. The Amazon has 1 great ascendancy point, which was nerfed, and 1 good ascendancy point, and then the others are kind of shit. But the Deadeye has 1 great ascendancy point and three very good ascendancy points. Still. And even though they were nerfed at the last second, they're all still of that status. You know? And it even has other, like, if they deleted one of the good ones, I would just take...
2 ancient guardians await you ahead.
I would... Like, I still have 2 more. Like, Bullseye would be half decent. Windward would be great.
Be light on your feet.
Because the Deadeye actually has like 6 good ascendancy points for this build.
Not ready.
Press the assault.
I think I'm starting to get the hang of this place.
That was an impressive display. Rest a while. Let you.
Let's check those first.
Nowhere to run.
The ritual has been disrupted.
I mean, we're talking about how good the Deadeye is for this build. Like, I could play this build on any ascendancy in the game that has quick access to the bottom right-hand side of the tree. You wouldn't be able to tell much of a difference. It wouldn't be that big of a difference. Could play it on Amazon. Could play it on. I could just delete all of my. Hell, I could delete all of my. Well, maybe I'll do that. It's a fun little test. Let me show you how OP the Deadeye isn't for this build. I'll just remove all of my ascendancy points, and you'll barely even notice the difference.
A moment of respite.
Like, it'll still be a super fast twister. Rock'em sock'em build, right? You're sold on the Elemental Leech and Leech Gloves? Yeah, but Elemental Leech doesn't do anything special for Twister. You do a bunch of physical damage anyway. For other builds I could see, like for Lightning Spear I could see that. I guess probably fine to take this. Walker of the Wild necessary? No. In fact, for a budget, I recommend Crimson Assault. I think that's what it's called. That way, you don't even need the Megalomaniac to get the Wary Jewel. So you cut two expensive jewels out at once.
Let's plan. The choice is always use that way.
Anticipation Anoint counts for Salvo as well as Unleash. It's a syntax error on GGG's part not to include that in.
endurance.
What? Wow, this trap is so annoying. I have to like stand on it. This is definitely the fastest that I've ever done Sekhemas on any build I had, and I had a really fast monk in 0.1. I had the Amazon 0.2. The change to whirling slash not getting stuck as easily is a huge benefit for something like Trial of Sekhemas, because it does have a lot of like skinny stairwells and stuff. We also have even more player power than we had before as well. That matters too.
Beware the scorpion sting. This was the end of the trial in my time. But I sense another being resides here. Perhaps you can challenge them. If you can find them.
What luck.
Greetings. The choice is made. Onwards. On.
Still don't have my boon. I can't even get stunned. Because if I don't get hit recently, I can't be light stunned. And since I have enough evasion, movement, and everything that I never get hit twice in like a couple seconds, I just never get stunned.
In my sight.
So I can actually just forego stun threshold too. It's like a really nice luxury.
Stand tall. I would give anything for a sip.
What's the dumbest no-brain starter for this PoE2 season? Deadeye Lightning Arrow. Yes. Can't argue with that.
An easy trophy.
I guess some of my frustration is how people are so unwilling to
Swift, magnificent.
do a build that is a little bit more inspired, a little bit more dynamic, a little more creative, a little more interesting, a little more fun. But no. We're gonna do the most milk toast uninspired build of all time. That's coming from somebody who appreciates bow builds gameplay. Nothing is more fun than a Roa, bro. You must be being sarcastic, dude. Just looking at Roa gameplay puts me asleep. I would have quit the game. I would quit playing this game if I watched Twitch footage of a Roa gameplay for more than an hour. I would just quit. Might as well turn on a Diablo 4 stream. Probably be more interesting. People are willing, but nobody makes good build guides and maintains them consistently. You mean like me? Yeah, at least that's halfway interesting. You have the Roa, so you unequip it. It's actually so nice to play, you have no idea. I mean, I do have an idea. I have experience playing this game move only. I have played on a Roa before. I would say that my experience gives me a little bit of a more well-rounded look at it, wouldn't you say? Because I've done a fair bit of both.
A traitor and a Jingak. What a fitting pair.
No movement penalty. What? Does it look like I'm suffering from a movement penalty in this gameplay? Like it's some kind of drawback? At high MS. Okay, well, I can't... There you go. I don't know what it's like to play at high MS. Alright, I don't know. Maybe that's the secret sauce that makes Roa so great. High MS gamer. Could be. Maybe that is the one thing I'm missing this whole time.
The ritual has been disrupted. A moment of respite.
Honestly, I've gotten way too many positive comments of people who've switched builds to think otherwise. I mean, that's why I'm pushing this almost like an agenda at this point. There's way too many people who are absolutely like thrilled of the tech and how cheap it is. It was just one thing to have it last league, but it was like prohibitively expensive. You had to accuracy stack your ass off, and it was like, you know, it's a big problem for the vast majority of players. That's all out the window now. So it's just gifted to you. And the fact that it's like way cheaper than the alternative conventional way to move is insane to me that I get any pushback at all on this. It's insane to me.
I have seen how this ends, Taljari.
Now I got people in my own comments saying, just look at gameplay of this versus gameplay of that, and you know, it's overwhelmingly obvious which one is better.
This is not the future I had foreseen.
I shouldn't even have to speak. It should just be self-evident in the gameplay footage comparison. It's that extreme. I don't know. You don't need good gear. You don't need good gear. Hey, Divine Orb. Nice. Did we get it? Did we get it? Did we get time lost? Alright, well, this is second best. Now, these probably not worth anything, but I don't know. We'll see. I got a lot of gold Arcanus boxes. Wait, how did I get nothing? I get nothing out of there. What? So many gold Arcanus boxes. No, the point is you needed good gear to do this in 0.1 as an attribute stacker. You needed good gear to do this in 0.2 as an accuracy stacker. You do not need good gear to do this in 0.3. That's the crux of the whole thing. That is the giant misconception that is floating around there. And yeah, I'm trying to set the record straight here. Oh, she's... god. I think people just enjoy lazy builds. I refuse to believe that I understand that is a certain segment of the player base, but I refuse to believe that a huge majority of the player base chooses to move slower and pay more for that movement just because they're lazy. I refuse to believe that. I could see it being a significant portion of the player base, but not the vast majority of the select player base that's doing that. I refuse to believe it. It's like a, you know, the ratio is like 19 to 1 or something right now. Like 19 to 1. If you just look at Deadeyes, for example, who obviously picked Deadeye because they want to move fast. That is not real. If it was like 2 to 1, okay, maybe. If it was 3 to 1, maybe. 4 to 1, maybe. 19 to 1, it ain't. No, sorry. That is a result of people not knowing information that they would. People not being privy to information they would love to know if they knew it existed. I don't know why I went here. My gameplay is more like Ben's style? What are you talking about? I'm nowhere near the gamer Ben is.
You bring
I'm
another
unsure what
shame.
I've got myself into here.
Look, I mean, one of the best analogies I've heard is like, you know, it's like driving a manual. Okay, is driving a manual car hard? Yeah, it's really hard. The day one, when you're first learning how to do it. Is it hard on day 10? Not really. Is it hard on, you know, year 10? No, you could do it in your sleep. It's like no different than driving automatic. So like, it's just something you have to get a little bit used to. It's gonna be slightly jarring at the beginning, but the insane speed performance of the build that you get will, you know, will have an enchanting effect that will motivate you through whatever limited, you know, challenges you might experience. Yeah, and I also disagree with the whole like WASD doesn't count for buttons press. That counts for buttons press. In the debate of simple versus complicated builds and the amount of inputs that's needed, that definitely counts. Having to use WAS or D, that is definitely more annoying than using your mouse cursor and just guiding it around. I will never believe otherwise. Especially as somebody who's played both, and somebody who's played like MMOs, or played World of Warcraft. You know, I used, obviously you had like all the auto run, strafing, backpedaling while using mouse clicker. Like, I've done it all, even in combo. Played those games for years.
Stand tall.
I feel like somebody who argues with that is somebody whose like best game is Wolfenstein 3D or something on a floppy disk, like, because that was WASD movement only. Like, so what were we even talking about here? Great game, by the way, but you know, not the greatest movement system.
Good riddance.
Which companion to go for? Well, they used to give the Flesh Piercer Mosquito automatic haste aura, but they removed that, so the Ant probably is the best one to go for. I have fond memories of the Wolfenstein game. I love that game. I even included it in one of my videos. You remember the video that got ripped up and down for saying people are not going to like WASD very much. I have footage of Wolfenstein 3D in that video. Have you seen the Molten Blast build? You were right. Attack speed will always be the best when it comes to movement speed. I haven't, but I can imagine conceptually what it looks like. But I know, to be honest with you, I haven't seen it. I did hear somebody complain about it because they got stuck all the time on one of my comments. So I guess they had an issue with maybe Molten Blast gets stuck way more than Whirling Slash. I don't know, but
Good riddance.
it was obviously an issue for them. So. I have spent a little bit of time using Tempest Flurry, and I noticed it appears that Whirling Slash is a lot more forgiving than Tempest Flurry, a lot easier to manage, especially after 0.3. If you're somebody who tried Whirling Slash movement 0.2 but not 0.3, and you're under the impression that it's garbage because you get stuck on edges constantly, it's much, much more forgiving than it was in 0.2. It's not like you're just gliding on the clouds or anything, but you don't get barely stuck on edges anymore.
Steel yourself.
Why don't I have mana problems? Because my Whirling Slash only costs 5 mana.
I knew you would succeed.
It's very, very low. Keep it at level 1.
Let's plan. You will succeed. Go with strength. Go. Use that well.
Oh, and you also have 1 copy of Mana Leech anywhere. You need Mana Leech somewhere in the build. If nothing else, you socket it in the weapon. 2.5% Mana Leech on a Greater Leech Rune. I have heard it's really nice on a controller. I can't speak to the efficacy of attack speed movement on a controller, but I hear it's nice. Because I get that question a lot, and then I didn't answer it, but then a lot of people started answering it for me. So that could have potentially been a huge argument against, you know, everything I've been saying, because there is a significant portion of the player base that plays on controller. Can you make this build work on 30 div budget? You can make this build work on 1 divine budget.
Let's plan.
You have about 80% of the... You'd have about 70 to 80% of the speed, defense, and damage on like a 1 divine budget. You would start with Wake of Destruction boots and Call of the Brotherhood. You'd use some halfway decent rolled Sky Sliver for weapon set 1, and then weapon set 2 you'd, you know, I don't know, have like a 400 DPS crit spear, and yeah, you'd be good.
Go with
Just get, you know, your resistances, attribute requirements, everything on the rest of the gear. Evasion, energy shield, focus. You'd have to be high. I guess you'd, you know, that assumes you're like level 80 or 90, but yeah. Traps are faster. Oh no.
the ritual has been disrupted. A moment of respite.
Build was nerfed. It was bug fixed to move because Whirling Slash's movement rate was broken. It wasn't normalized. The skill was created with a normalized movement rate. The higher you stacked attack speed, the slower you got, basically. The faster you got, but the slower you got at the same time. But it doesn't matter because if you stack enough attack speed, you move super fast anyway.
An oasis in the desert.
But But in 0.3 it doesn't require gear. It only requires supports and weapon setup points and stuff like that. The free passive points you get in the campaign. And a high enough level to use them, obviously. What mods am I looking for in Tame Beast? Trail of Ice is the most important one. And then Haystor is a luxury mod that you would try to get if you are, you know, going to commit to the build for sure. You try to get, but it's like I don't know, it's probably like 50 to 100 attempts to get Trail of Ice, and then 10x that to get the combo of the two together. How's bossing with this build? It's somewhere between A and S tier bossing. You can one-shot you can one-shot the highest version of Zesht easily. It's good to have some damage for the sake of bossing. That's where you really see your dividends pay off in terms of damage. Or in terms of investment. I attribute it a lot more to, I mean, it's partially because the game's so easy right now. The game is truly pretty in like the easiest state it's been in, so I don't know, like if the game was way harder, it would maybe struggle a little bit on bosses, but because it's so easy, it doesn't matter.
The ritual has been disrupted.
Barely broke a sweat.
Damn, I almost killed all 3 rares with that one twister cast.
A great challenge. Rest a while. Onwards. Always go with strength. Use that well. 2 ancient guardians await you ahead. Move quickly. Press the assault.
I think I'm starting to get the hang of this place.
How come I don't lose honor by having traps? Because I have 90% reduced damage taken by traps on relics. I have 0 honor resistance, but 90% reduced damage taken means you...
I shall
Only on floor 4 will I really take any damage at all, or lose any honor.
go with strength. No choice.
Can Grand Spectrum spawn on the early floors? That's crazy. I didn't realize Time Lost could spawn there. Alright, I tamed this beast, Ashen Woods. In the interlude, or Ashen Forest right here. It spawns near to a checkpoint, as long as you don't kill it. If you kill it, you have to redo the zone, but if you don't kill it, you can just keep respawning checkpoint. You can check its mods and then respawn checkpoint, and you can check it like once every 5 seconds, basically.
Barely broke a sweat.
One Twister cast killed 3 rares that spawned in sequence there.
That was close.
Ain't that something? This build is insane. Agreed. Agreed. Oh, minor affliction too. Huh? Let's see that. You can do this on, yeah, anything that near the bottom right hand side of the tree, you can do this build, essentially. The tech for the build is not contingent on the ascendancy. Deadeye is arguably the strongest one. You'll just move faster, you'll have more twisters, you'll have higher frenzy charge up time.
I'm not ready.
But it's not like a requirement to make the build work, or even work well. How expensive is reach comfortable level? I don't know, maybe like 5 divines.
Oh, that was close. I would give
Maybe.
anything for a sip.
It's one of the strongest, cheapest builds in the game. I'm reluctant, like every time somebody asks me that question, I'm inclined to be super conservative because I don't really think in those terms, so I don't really look at, you know, oh, can I set this up for, you know, 1 divine or something? It's not really how I operate. But I've heard from time and time again from other people that they are setting this up for like next to nothing, and it's working really well.
Greetings.
I've been burned in the past in like PoE 1 by suggesting that a certain build takes certain X amount of currency to set up, and that ends up not being the case, or, you know, numbers change or something, and then I end up looking, you know, bad because I said, you know, something like this. So I don't know. I don't like answering that question, to be honest.
The ritual had good riddance.
Recommending my friends to do your build. It looks phenomenal. Phenomenal. How much damage did that? Wow. That was like no damage. Yeah, I killed something with Call the Weak. What? No rare. There's no rare there. Where's the rare?
Sweat.
What? Oh my god, there were 2 over here. What? Huh? Oh, I missed this guy.
A great
Burrower.
challenge overcome.
Can you talk a little bit about the Ashes to Yoke Amulet transition? Yes, certainly. The reason for Ashes is 2 reasons. One, it's for the automatic spirit that you would need. It's a very cheap way to get 60 spirit, counting the spirit you can roll on the weapon. You just need a better than average implicit rolled Ashes to do that. Oh, crap.
Greetings.
Hold on, I'll get back to your question in a second.
We will succeed. Beware
So
of
you need the spirit in order to tame the beast. You need 59 spirit to tame the beast. So with a 14 implicit Ashes plus a 15 spirit on the weapon plus the 30 from the explicit on Ashes gives you exactly 59 spirit.
Since another being resides here, perhaps you can challenge them.
And that sets you up nice.
Find them.
Also, on an earlier budget, which is the early in-game setup, you're presumably not going to have enough currency to wear Rakiata's Flow. Rakiata's Flow is a little bit...
The choice is onwards. You
it's a little bit tricky to quantify the value. It kind of depends on if you're magic finding or if you're bossing. If you're magic finding, rarity maps quite often have the modifier, the map modifier. Monsters have additional resistances, which normally make monsters way tankier for a build like this. Not way tankier, but a lot tankier. And it just flips the script on that. So especially if you're doing magic finding with the Waystone Omen to turn everything into rare, at least 50% of your maps will have that mod on it, and it's just incredible for that.
What do you pursue here?
So that means the amulet special modifier pen all the way down to 0 on crits means you're kind of smoothing out your damage on some of those maps like that without having to have Vakia's Flow. So other than those two specialized purposes, that amulet's actually pretty bad. It doesn't really offer any stats outside of that special mod and spirit, but it's functionally it's a pretty good smart choice for the build in the prior to that transition. So you definitely don't use that amulet once you get Rakiata's Flow. That's a hard point where you switch. Can you use Sacred Flame? Yeah, sure. I think the Dreamer offhand is probably better though, overall. Unless you're just focusing on bossing. What should I use instead of Rakiata's Flow? In the early end game, it suggests persistence support, so increased duration. Which I think is multiplicative with the skill gem, support gem, or other stats forms that stat, but I'm not 100% sure. Guiding Palms 4? Well, you get 100 Spirit, which you can do a lot with the weapon swap Spirit setup that I made a video on. 7, because I have like 7 Spirit gems. Even though I can't really afford them, I can make use of all of them into their almost their fullest capacity by assigning certain ones to certain sets. So it's nice to have that extra Spirit. And then you get the, in the case of what I'm doing with the light, you're doing cold twisters, but you still get to shock with them, which is really nice. Nice for yoke as well as just extra damage taken.
Relish your mortality. Good riddance. An oasis in the desert.
A traitor and a Jingak. What a fitting pair.
Yeah, I'm able to just kill these skeletons from like 4 screens away or something. The twister. Up and down the stairwells. I remember this floor like this was really dangerous on my monk.
Impressive endurance.
You have to type out the right one. They are on trade. There are plenty of them on trade. You're just not populating it up in the site quite right. You gotta choose which one.
The ritual has been disrupted.
That curse you took is one shot. I know. You're right. It won't matter though, because he'll never get to that phase.
Bones to dust.
But yeah, other people who would have to deal with the boss's mechanics would want to heed that warning.
Barely broke a sweat.
The fuck? Where?
Stand tall. This battle
Alright, third trial. Let's see if we can get one of those relics again.
Defeat has been
Maybe a Grand
previously
Spectrum this time.
It is written
Or maybe the big
in
one.
sands.
You won't get the better of me, Jin.
Actually did kind of start that bad. I had a really unlucky first Twister cast. Oh no! Bad RNG.
Let's plan. Use that well.
No love again? Ah, I'm stupid. Ring. Running relic for against the darkness jewels? Nope, just farming relics.
I could do without the attention. Hey,
What are the essential parts I need to get this build started? So, yeah, the notes provide a lot of detail there. There was a weird change that took place where they bug fixed Whirling Slash, and I had to switch the build from like a Hollow Palm hybrid build to all-in Spear to get the faster speed that way. But especially like towards the end game, you just need a fast spear, like 2.2 attack speed. You want preferably attack speed on the gloves. You want Wake of Destruction, Call to Brotherhood ring and boots, and you just fill out the rest with stats and stuff, and that's basically it. I'll try to get this palm and then a real weapon on the other side. The other weapon set, if possible. 400 DPS. 400 DPS crit spear would be pretty good. Yeah, I'm talking like not super high investment stuff. If you already got the gloves, yeah, the meta, you know, the meta lightning arrow gloves are the same for this build basically.
Another barrier.
I'm unsure
Another
what I've gotten
chance.
myself into here. Meet your end. Quick and lethal.
I do have a spear crafting guide, but that's for a high-end spear. What is the Sanctum setup for farming relics? 2x1 relics that have 20% increased chance for enemies to drop relics. Low rivers. Oh. You can do this exact build on Invoker Monk. Oh yeah, definitely. Hell yeah, you can. I almost did.
The ritual has been
The pet would be a lot less important too if you do that. Because you can just get shocked ground and or freeze ground. Not always taken to the room you select. Oh no. Ritualist too, yeah. Anything from the bottom right side of the tree. All you gotta do, the ascendancy doesn't even matter. If you want this build to be functioning, you play whatever ascendancy you are, as long as you have access to the bottom right side of the tree. And or the monk starting spot especially. At what level is it comfortable to switch to your build? I don't know, like there's a version with like Tangle Tongue to get the crit swap in early that works pretty well. Like probably like level 80. Nothing too crazy.
Good riddance. A moment of respite. Impressive endurance.
So many people that are tired of lightning are here watching. This is where I say, when I make videos and I make content, I make videos and content that I would want to see. If I try to put myself in other people's shoes and imagine what they would want to see, what would be interesting to me, what would increase my enjoyment of the game. And yeah, I'm definitely hitting that mark in a high degree as of lately. I don't always hit the mark, by the way. Like there are some leagues in PoE 1 or whatever where, you know, what I make is maybe it's like hyper specialized, and it, you know, you can't really argue that, oh, this is such an amazing build, everybody would want to play this build more than whatever they're playing. I can't always say that. Today I can, with very high confidence, but not in every case. Like when I did the Legacy of Frisia Frostblades thing, and people were maybe comparing that to Lightning Strike or something. I mean, I didn't go out of my way to say, fuck Lightning Strike, y'all should be playing Frostblade. No, I was like, I really want to play this build. It's like super specialized, and I can't wait to play it. It's totally like a love letter to a build that I hypothetically created like 3 years ago. And so I said. And then I saw it perform, and I saw what the other build performed, and there's no reason to go out of my way and say, hey, you guys might be interested in seeing this build, since, you know, it's like categorically better in a multitude of ways or something. It's not like I do that normally. But yeah, this build, the opportunity cost to get it running, the power it has, the speed that it has, the state of the game being kind of easier where you would prioritize speed even more than normal, perhaps. I call it it's a lightning in a bottle build. I expect to look back on this time, and for quite some time, this to be the best build I ever made. I expect that. I think to date this is the best build I've ever made, or ever played. Not even made. I don't want to say best build I've ever played in the context of the league and all the builds that existed out there. All the factors that you weigh in when you factor in, you know, what is a good build. I think this is the best build I've ever done. out of 5 years of making content. It is a bold statement. Yep.
An easy trophy.
I usually make pretty good builds, but this is a totally different situation.
Swift magnificence.
You guys remember with, like, in PoE 1, those of you veterans and followers of this channel, like, there was a time when I was, like, super popular in the community, and just think back, like, Poison Tornado Shot or whatever, right? Oh my god, best build ever made. People gave me way too much credit for that build. That build nothing compared to this build. In the context of everything that existed in the time. A lot of people think that was the best build that ever made. I assure you, as somebody who's played both builds extensively, across both games extensively, that build ain't got nothing on this one. Nothing on it. I mean, I do generally, of course, generally speaking, my, you know, and this would apply to anybody, just about, my ability to make a build improves over time as I do it more and more. Of course. You would hope so, right? Well, that would apply to anybody.
Quick and lethal.
Maybe it's a good build, but you also need good guides and maintain them. I mean, I don't disagree with that.
I shall overcome.
But I mean, damn, like, this time around, I sacrificed grinding time to a great degree. I only grinded, like, 2 hours a day because I was spending 7 hours a day rehashing the build, finding new tech that was really strong with it and stuff. I let my, like, my currency earning, I totally missed the boat on the economy this time around. I didn't take advantage of anything that was going on in the economy, farming, like getting the head start on stuff, getting headhunter fairly. I did none of that. I only just got my headhunter 2 days ago. There were a lot of people who were further ahead than me this time around. It's just because I spent so much time in the drawing board, going back to the drawing board, seeing what I could do to make the build fun, and then the weapon swap tech came into play. And don't get me wrong, I loved doing that. It was really fun. I was happy to do it, but...
A moment of rest. 2 ancient guardians await you ahead. Be light on your feet.
There's, it made me realize that other builds that exist out there, like the meta build, have way too much power left on the table that's not being utilized, especially through, like, weapon swap tech, spirit, weapon set spirit, manipulating your spirit through weapon sets, being able to maximize how many, like, spirit
Let's plan.
abilities you can have. It's honestly freaking wild how much extra power you can get for virtually nothing. Just by intuitively building out the character, fleshing out the character. A lot of builds are just left on the shelf, you know, without doing that. Meta build was out day 2, not 2 weeks later. So? I had a guide for this video on for this build on max roll in 4 days before the league started. I put out a formal video guide the day before the league started.
Barely broke a sweat.
Then the league started, I played it, and quickly realized that there were all kinds of ways to improve it further and further and further, and so I got to work. I sacrificed the selfish grind that I could have done, and I got to improving the build for everybody else.
Oh, that was close.
A living, you know, the build guide was a living document. That's exactly the point I'm making.
You will zip onwards. You use that.
How profitable is Relics? Pretty profitable. I don't know exactly how profitable. Like, you want to complain about people updating the build, you should be pointing fingers at people who make build guides and then don't update them hardly at all because they're too busy playing the game, which is their choice. They can do that. But, you know, an absolute top-notch build creator, if there ever was one, would spend just enough time playing the build to get the right feel for it, and then they would spend half their day playing and half their day theory crafting, testing, personally testing things, finding all kinds of things that work, don't work, and then reinventing the build. You know, day in, day out. And I'm not even expecting build makers to do that. But if we want to talk about what is a model build creator, that's what it is. I mean, there are some people who do that. Much more than me, for sure. Whoops. Yeah, Captain. Yeah, Captain Lance would be an example of, like, Hawks with Righteous Fire too, I'm sure. Those are model build creators who, you know, sometimes get memed for not playing the game enough, but it's in part because their love of the game resides in build creation more than it does grinding. That makes them better. That makes them better build creators. Otherwise, for it. Now, it's important anyone who makes a build still play it. They still got to grind somewhat, because they have to have first-hand knowledge about what it actually feels like, obviously. And they need to be able to present it with real gameplay. There is a certain baseline amount of grinding you have to do if you're making a build. But it's not as much as you'd think. It's not as much as you'd think.
In the desert.
Keep it.
Barely broke a sweat.
A great challenge overcome.
Then they got scared after the nerf. I mean, yeah. Oh wow, I took a lot of damage there. I wondered how much that would be. Yikes! Yeah, the nerf, right? Or the hotfix. The hotfix to Whirling Slash. You know what that did? It meant, like, for 24 hours I basically couldn't play the game, because in order to do my community right, I needed to very quickly stop everything I'm doing and see what I could do to bring movement speed back into the build, and I did exactly that. And people were very appreciative of it.
But I sense another being resides here.
Imagine if I just went like, it's whatever, you know, I'm just gonna keep playing it as it is. It's fine as it is, guys, stop complaining. This build still moves fast. No, you're all taking crazy pills, the build still moves fast. Imagine if I had that attitude about it. Or, you know, or if I was like, actually, you know what, I just want to grind, I'm not gonna even mess with it. You guys can try and follow along what changes I'm doing in real time. You know, you can ask me questions, but I'm not gonna actually mess with the build guide because I want to play. I mean, you can't really fault somebody for doing that, but like, you can also say, well, it'd be nice if you know, actually sacrificed your fun time of grinding and did the work to fix the build if there's a bug fix, right?
What do you pursue here? You will suffer the same fate as the Winter Sekhemas.
Too slow.
Grand Spectrums are in the chest on the 4th floor, yeah. I think they only have, that chest only has about a... Well, technically you can spawn more than one chest, but per run, but basically I think I see it, I don't really know for sure, but I think I see it about 1 in every 10
Overcome. Greetings.
Trials of Sekhemas, so we might see a couple.
Go with you. We will.
Oh crap, I gotta... Game, this looks pretty sweet. Recently I had time to play and got the maps and playing LA, of course, like so many others, because it's easy to do, but this would be relatively easy to switch to.
Don't want the whole town on my back. Who goes there?
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot cheaper, with the same amount of power, certainly on the speed front.
Not here.
Blessings.
I'm unsure what I've gotten myself into here.
Still need some gold keys. True, you saved 0.3 for me. I almost quit the league before watching your video. Wait, which video? Which video was that? You mean the one where they nerfed Whirling Slash? What up, Jar Jar Bones?
In my sights.
See you back here again.
The ritual has been disrupted.
Oh. Right down. Lever here. Now, a floor like this is real shitty for Whirling Slash. But dodge roll's my friend, so we'll get through it.
Not ready.
Good riddance. Rest a while. Always onwards. On we will.
What is up with the vendor offering me like nothing? Never offering me anything.
Time works against you, but I am its master.
Quick and lethal.
A great challenge overcome.
I gotta do this one again. Dang it. Wait, is that not gonna teleport me? What? What is dropping?
Easy trophy.
Impressive endurance. Rest a while. This would use that.
Already to the 4th kill.
Is out.
Rage against the
Just get a
shadows
cheap
of
Sky
fate.
Sliver. Yeah, I mean, I think the worst thing about like trying to switch to this build is that you're gonna have to unspec 24 passive points to divide them into weapon set points, and that could cost a lot of currency maybe. Oh, nice double vase. Hey, we made up for the fact that the last one didn't drop any. That's 6 divines right there. 6 divines plus whatever secret mods we have here. Yeah.
Let's plan.
All right. Give me that. Give me that Spectrum chest. I know I'll open that. Relic. Cash. No. Helmet. No. Royal. No. Mysterious. Time lost. No, wrong one again. Mysterious. Ugh. Why?
That would only slow me down. Got no pack space for that.
Too many. Too many. Do I have to respec the entire tree to get a proper feel for it? The unique jewels? No, like, not to get proper feel for it. There's only one jewel that you would really want to, like, try and buy, and that is the medium to large metamorphosis. Man, that quad tab filled up rather quickly.
You bring
I'm
another
unsure what
gem.
I've gotten myself into here.
How do you gain frenzy charges so fast? Well, we have called shot with snipers marked. That's Deadeye Ascendancy. We also have Deadeye Ascendancy. It gives me 50% chance to gain an additional frenzy charge when I gain one. So that's there as well. Then if I kill something with Call of the Weak, I gain a frenzy charge. If I get a power charge or endurance charge anywhere with charge profusion, I have 20% chance or 15% chance to gain another random charge. which could be a frenzy charge, with still a 15% chance to gain a second frenzy charge. And yeah, we're just swimming in frenzy charges, basically. Oh, I almost forgot. The most reliable, anytime I freeze something with like a 4-second internal cooldown, I get a frenzy charge. Actually, I usually get 2 frenzy charges.
That was close. I would give anything for a sip.
Yikes. This ugly map. Ugh. A rare monster was there. I guess.
Relish your mortality.
Oh, I'm dumb. I didn't realize it took that. Ah, yeah, I got a pretty bad affliction right off the bat. Haste aura? Yeah. I got haste aura. From my companion that's active during whirling slash only. Did you know I killed like 5 rares
Close.
there? You would never know it.
Too weak, too slow. I'm not ready.
Did you know I killed 3 rares there? If you don't look close enough, you won't even see them.
Stand tall. Good riddance.
Another ascendancy. Before the end, I'll almost certainly try Invoker cast on crit, Twister, and or some kind of Hollow Palm thing. Maybe I'll do like triple comet, all 3 elemental comets or something. Try to do like a Trinity build with like crazy amount of spirit. I don't know. I'm trying to imagine something crazy.
Impressive endurance. A moment of rest. The foe ahead is far.
Morning! Oh, Cyclone, what's up, dude? How's it going?
Beware of the burst. I knew you would succeed. Rest a while.
I'll take that,
Is
and
might,
that, and that,
within
and
you.
that.
Use that well.
Took a small break. Oh yeah, dude, I'm zooming too much. I know. I had to inform the community that there was a better way to go zoom. That's what I've been spending my time doing lately. I'm blind. You guys have no idea how nice it is to ignore traps. Like, completely ignore. Oh, I took 10. 10 honor. What? What the hell? This way? This floor is so terrible. Bro, oh my god. Oh, what? What is this? What am I missing? That's crazy. Yeah. Dude. Imagine if I had to do that all that while worrying about the traps. Survival for hardcore. I have mixed feelings about this build for hardcore. On one hand, it's super viable because you can like play it very defensively and like just kill things from 3 screens away. On the other hand, it's got a component to it where your damage suffers like a downtime,
Quick and lethal.
and you're kind of waiting. But there are workarounds on that. You can set the build up a little differently so you don't have those downtime windows.
That was close.
Prepare yourself.
A great challenge overcome.
What relics am I using? No honor resistance, no merchant stuff. It's 100% all in on reduced trap damage taken and relic drop chance. So I think 180 is the cap for relic drop chance, and I believe I have like 180 or 172 maybe. Probably 173. I think 2 of them are perfect, and the others are all 19. I believe I have 90 or 91% reduced trap damage taken, which is twice as effective as being honor cap. Over twice as effective as being honor cap. So I really don't have to worry about it. Yo, King Conger, what's up? Warrior, man. Hey, I know you're never going to play Deadeye, but you should probably use Whirling Slash in your build. That way you can go faster than Deadeye. Dude, King Conger, imagine you playing a warrior. You already do more damage than Deadeyes, I'm sure. Imagine if you moved faster than most Deadeyes by just incorporating Whirling Slash in your build. And the tech that I have for you. Imagine looking at a Deadeye straight in the eye and say, I'm faster than you. You want to tilt a Deadeye faster than anything? Just tell them you're faster. Believe me, I know. I'm a Deadeye and I told them that I'm faster and they flipped out on me. Freaked the fuck out. Because you all know, if you pick Deadeye, you do it because you are faster than everybody else. I would totally do it if I were you. Just to fuck with everybody. Oh, it'd be great. It'd be amazing. I can see it now. King Conger Warrior. Faster than a Deadeye. That'll be the title of your stream. Oh, I mean, that's just French kiss.
Rest a while. We will succeed. ancient guardians await you ahead.
You guys want to see how much movement speed I have?
Be light on your feet.
I have 54.2% increased movement speed. Hey. I'm crazy. That's a crazy movement speed there.
That was an impressive display.
I'm out of my mind. Imagine moving this fast and only having to invest into 50% increased movement speed. Oh my god. What? Why you do me like that? Lower 3. We are keeping pace 1 vase relic per run. That would be stupendous because I was only expecting like 1 every other run, but maybe I'm wrong. A base relic must be the same drop chance as all the others, not counting the last breath.
Stand tall.
Would a CI version of this be possible? Yeah, it'd be possible. Especially if you're playing like Invoker.
An oasis.
Definitely
in the
possible.
desert.
I shall cut you down. Quick and lethal.
I think I killed that rare. I might have overkilled him a little bit.
Great
Might
challenge.
have been a
Overcome.
little bit overkill.
Good riddance.
1 Twister cast killed 3 ritual.
A great challenge. Overcome.
Ducks. Can't see any of the rooms. Can you get 100% trap damage taken? That's a good question. I was wondering if you can do a no-hit run and just get hit by all the traps because you have 100% reduced trap damage taken. Because I'm guessing that's maybe the way. Because I'm pretty sure you can't. If you can't take damage, then you can't lose honor. So presumably you just wouldn't take any damage from traps or lose any honor from them.
Oh, that was close.
Always do that. Go over here first. Rewards are unknown. Yes. Yes. Watch this be worse. Like you have no evasion or something. Wait, what? Afflictions are unknown. No! Alright, well, this one was... Oh, God. I gotta take unknown afflictions now on the last floor. That is actually worse than not knowing the real reasons. Unless I don't need to take any afflictions. Oh, well.
I need more time.
I forgot this one.
Good riddance. A moment of respite. Beware the scorpion's sting.
Wait, I attacked too fast. Only 50%. It still says you have no evasion, though. What's up with that?
But I sense another being resides here.
You still delete your evasion.
You can challenge them.
Time lost cash again. Alright.
Rest a while.
You can take no more afflictions on the map. What?
The choices
Just kidding.
go with you.
Oh, I got a lot left. Okay, last room with no, with unknown afflictions. Yikes! I got a lot of afflictions. Well, I'm just gonna have to take whatever afflicts me the least. Often.
You will suffer the same fate as Varashta.
In my sight.
Not done.
Stand tall.
This floor used to scare the hell out of me.
Swift magnificence.
Looks like I'm pretty lucky not having to take many afflictions. Let's see what I got. Less movement speed if I've been hit recently. Oh no, guys. My movement speed. No. Anything but that. No. Oh, wait. I don't move. My movement's not tied to my movement speed. You know what really sucks is when you're doing Trial Sekhemas and you get the affliction that reduces your attack speed. Oh yeah, there is no affliction that reduces your attack speed. Woo! Woo! I can't even be slowed down with a bad RNG
Impressive
trial.
endurance.
It's crazy. Crazy. Honestly, it wouldn't matter because I'd never get hit anyway. Like, you're basically never getting hit as an evasion character, so it wouldn't make much difference. This affliction.
An easy trophy.
That was easy.
That was close.
I think I threw one more.
Time works against you, but I am its master.
Why does my pet look glowing? All glowy.
A moment of respite.
Monsters deal more damage. Terrible.
The ritual has been disrupted.
How do you have enough spirit? I'm using spirit only on certain weapon sets. So like the companion is used on weapon set 1 only. Cast on crits used on weapon set 2 only. Cast on crit side also has the spirit 100 spirit bonus from the offhand. So there's other things going on there too, like combat frenzy is only on weapon set 2 because the snapshot's Twister apparently.
A great challenge overcome.
Actually, I think when we look back on this league, it's not going to be as much about like movement through attack speed versus movement speed. It's going to be more about snapshotting. Builds with snapshotting, like Twister. Another build not taking advantage because of the extreme advantage you can take advantage. The extreme degree you can take advantage of such things.
Changes nothing. Who are you to overthrow?
Oh, I'm behind one. No, opulent gloves. Nice.
Greetings.
Oof. Gold Arcanist.
Can't complain.
Royal Cash. Amulet Cash. Mysterious. Royal. Royal. Arcanist. Royal. Arcanist. Arcanist. Royal. Dang it! Missed again. 0. This is the first run that I basically didn't make any currency on. We're looking for Grand Spectrum chest in that area, but we're looking for the Desperate Alliance Relic drop or the Last Breath, of course. You know, it's possible. Very low chance.
You bring
I'm
another
unsure what I've
gem.
gotten myself into here.
Assume you're using Mandals, if I'm correct. Nettle, Ant. Frozen Mandibles, yeah. I thought it was, we just called it
I'm not
Ant.
ready. An easy trophy.
Swift magnificence.
Enfeeble.
A great challenge overcome. An oasis in the desert.
Guys, is the lever timer, is that based on movement speed or attack speed or cast speed or anything? Wing. Wing. Ah, I stole AoE buff. Now my twisters and whirling slash are huge.
Swift magnificence. The ritual has been
Animation
disrupted.
speed? What if it was like a latency? Oh wow. That was the whole trial.
A moment
Crazy.
of respite. Stand tall. Greetings. Go with strength. The choice is made.
Low-key Chalice is one of my favorite ones now. With Twister. Chalice is like kind of annoying one. You have to like scout out the rares. But not really when your Twisters just kill them and you don't even realize where they were. Except I guess I missed one there. It was the first time this has happened. I missed one. Ah, there he is.
A great challenge overcome. I would give anything for a sip.
You guys think I could do a no-hit run on this build? How's the mapping with this build? Stupendous. It was made with mapping in mind. S tier.
Go ahead is formidable.
Can clear
Steel yourself.
up to about 5 screens away. Moves faster than almost anything. Probably not too fast. Yeah, too fast maybe. Maybe too much of a good thing.
Rest a while. A wise choice.
Oh, my next minor boon is converted to a major boon.
Onwards. Always. That way.
2 major boons. Hot dang. How big of a budget is needed to get up and running? Oh, I don't know. 1 divine, maybe? Maybe 5 divines to feel really good? Or a couple hundred divines that look exactly like this. Ooh. Oh, you see a fewer room. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I've all-seeing eye. But because I'm not scaling like accuracy or attribute stacking, there's not a huge difference between the baseline movement speed of a low budget version and high budget. You can watch my last YouTube video to see how fast. But well, I mean, I already did the test. It was, what was it? It was like, for like basic version of like a divine budget, I did that little run in 6.7 versus 5.8. So I guess what I'm running on a 200 div budget is about 20% faster than what it would be on like a 1 div budget. And that's important because it's like the total opposite of 0.1 or 0.2, where you would, to do this kind of thing, you'd move pretty slow until you invested a small fortune into a build, stacking a stat. I can get 400 div, but okay. I mean, I don't know the exact cost of them, but I mean, given that spears are way off meta, I mean, you can just use a bad base with like 400-ish DPS with a little bit of crit. Or hell, you can just use Tangle Tongue anyway. Like just use Tangle Tongue instead. If you were actually operating on less than a div budget, I'd say Tangle Tongue would be the go-to. I thought I threw twisters over here.
A great challenge overcome.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. If you just use the transmute on a blank spear, and then you use the crit essence, and you know, with even a slight bit of luck, you have a pretty good chance of getting like a tier 2 elemental roll through a tier 3 transmute or augment. You're not using Gurikans with Tangle Tongue, right? You don't have to combine those two. Give me the boon! Boon. Boon. More defenses. Dude, I haven't even gotten the other one. Increase effect of relics. I haven't even gotten that one yet, I don't think. Oh, what's going on?
The ritual has been disrupted. An oasis in the desert.
Buddy.
An easy trophy.
A great challenge overcome.
I should probably look and see where those are when I press the chalice initially.
Guardians await you ahead.
What do I gotta do to get level 20 gem around here? Oh my god.
Starting to get the hang of
Did it deleted?
That was an impressive
D-
display.
Oh. Is that one always there?
Greetings.
30% increase effect of non-unique relics. Got him.
With intent, always onward.
That's what we're here for. Traps are slower, just for the lulz. Just for the lulz. mean anything. Yikes.
The ritual has been disrupted.
Invigorating trial. How much did you spend on your T1 Fizz base? I don't know. I forget. I bought a few of them. Because I had to fracture it myself. I spent less than they probably cost now, though, because I did that before I made the video. So I have a feeling they're a little more expensive now than they were.
Too weak, too slow.
A great challenge overcome.
Should I keep playing with Wake of Destruction to go early in-game crit build? Yeah, try to get the ant, the nettle ant. The one that I talked about, the one that I got. Ashen Forest. When you get that, you can drop Wake of Destruction. You also need 59 spirit on the body armor or amulet.
Monstrosity.
Well, I don't think there's any easy way to get Trail of Ice and Haste Aura now. But you don't have to have Haste Aura for it to function, of course. But yeah, like 50 to 100 checkpoints, resets, you'll probably get it at least Trail of Ice by itself. Some people get lucky, some get unlucky, but I think it took me about 300 tries to get both combined together, but I was actually maybe a little lucky with that.
An easy trophy.
Does it work without Headhunter? Yeah, if you don't have Headhunter, just use a regular rare belt, and that can be a nice way to just, you know, when you get Headhunter, that means you're rich enough to have really good gear elsewhere. So it's easier to make up for the loss of resistances.
Magnificence.
Without Headhunter, you have to spend more on attributes, of course. Yeah, I think I have that boon right now. Cocaine ant? What?
Beware the scorpion sting. This was the end of the trial in my time, but I sense another being resides here. Perhaps you can challenge them, if you can find them. Greetings.
More sacred water fountain.
Onwards.
Do you truly know what you pursue here? You will suffer the same fate as Varashta.
In my sights.
This is so awkward to have the hourglass trial with like a bunch of first floor, second floor stuff.
Too weak. Too slow.
Got him.
Swift magnificence.
You have no armor.
Stand tall.
Is Flying Spear better than Akoyan Spear? Yes, I believe so for Twister. God, I got a lot of these trials. Baraka, is there a video I want to share with you? I'm allowed. Well, we do that kind of thing on the Discord generally. I'm definitely not looking at a video right now. We're tracking our profit per hour on 20 Trial of Sekhemas.
Swift magnificence.
Time works against you.
Sure, bud. Thanks.
I am its master.
The Relic, like, so far away. Probably one over here, right?
Stand tall. Good riddance.
We can't find this ant. I'm not aware of any problem with it. Does anybody else know if the ant doesn't spawn? If you kill it, then you have to respawn the zone. You probably killed it without realizing it because, you know, you're way over geared for the zone. I would guess that when you zone in, you killed it off screen, didn't even know it. And then it will not keep respawning if it's dead. You can't actually kill it. The checkpoint respawns won't do anything for you then. Alright, we have a guaranteed chance to get 3 relics with a minor chance to get 4 on this one. Very exciting. Zarakan's refrain. Oh. Wait. Oh, I guess that's not good. It's not a tank. I didn't even realize he dropped a specific one of those. That's not valuable, is it?
I shall aid you. May that serve you.
Nah. Dang. Okay. Time lost cash. Prime gold hoarder skin. Oh my god. Arcanus. Wait. Time lost cash. Excuse me, sir. 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 Why, sir? Why is it never here? How rare is this thing? Flying spear. No wonder those things are so expensive. Jesus, they like never spawn.
Not here.
Starting our 7th trial. Called shots, 3rd ascendancy. Yeah. Yeah, it probably is the best 3rd one. I changed. I used to have it as the 4th, but now I think it's best to have it as 3rd.
Barely broke a sweat.
close.
Oh, I'm done. Wait, I can get a gold key on the 3rd trial? That's crazy. I'm not familiar with this trial.
An easy trophy.
Rares are dying left and right.
Magnificent.
Oh god. What's the most important upgrade once you finish the dual spear setup?
Good riddance. An oasis in the desert.
As opposed to what? Like the dual spear setup. That's. I assume you just follow trying to get. Like, give me examples of what it is you're going for. I could probably answer it better. Like, do I get X or X first? I mean, it depends on where exactly you're at on that. I'm guessing you're somewhere in the middle of the early endgame setup. How do you use Call of the Week effectively? Yeah, you don't really see me using it here. Hardly at all. Aww.
We will succeed.
So in maps, especially like a breach or something, I use it in between twister casts.
The ritual has been
You
disrupted.
just kind of like left click around the edge of the screen and help me teleport to monsters over there.
In the desert.
Or maybe if I somehow get like stuck in a big pile of monsters, something random like that.
I shall put you down.
Or it just helps me get more frenzy charges. Or it's there to like do a little bit of extra damage during that downtime. Like single target. If for some reason you're not one-shotting everything in the game. For me at this point, the biggest purpose is just a few extra frenzy charges and to teleport me even faster where I'm going. Like you'll see me use it on Sandspit or something like that. Sometimes cast twisters forward, then I start to outrun my own twisters and then I can port faster even still.
I will succeed. Let's plan. Always. Let's plan. Go.
How do I get a unique ritual tablet here? What? I feel like a gold chest Arcanist box should almost guarantee drop a divine.
I shall aid you. Fight, may that serve you.
Traps in this room? Why are there traps in this room?
The ritual has been disrupted.
Next afflictions converted into a random minor boon. You have no evasion. Reward unknown. Oh, it doesn't matter. Next thing's converted to random minor boon. Ha! Got him. You can't keep getting away with it. Seems I don't get hit by traps. Well, I do. I just take like 91% less damage from traps because I took a bunch of relics that make me take less or reduce damage to traps. And that seemed to be the best pairing mod with increased relics found. Because with increased relics found, if I go all in on that, I can't get any honor resistance.
Good riddance.
Losing honor ends the trial. Oh, God. That's worse than I thought. I'll do this one, though. It's a major affliction. Missing gloves and headhunter. What should I get first? Well, I think headhunter is a bigger impact than the gloves for sure, but if you're really savvy with crafting, you can probably craft them for less than the headhunter cost with some RNG. But you be the judge. Switch the early in game to spear fixed speed. You should definitely get the metamorphosis jewel. You should get the alright, so you should get the crimson major boon.
May the winds the choice.
Crimson assault. That's a different from nothing jewel setup. Should totally do that. And get wary, what's it called here? This one here. It's Crimson Assault. You get wary dodging, the Frenzied Bear, careful consideration, Unleash Fire, and multitasking. It's really good, very cheap. I used to suggest that setup. Like, that's a nice transition one. And then, of course, the this metamorphosis up here. And then if you can get something like this, that's good without this, but not as important.
Barely broke a sweat.
A great challenge overcome. An oasis in the desert. 2 ancient guardians await you ahead. Move quickly. It's gaining
I think I'm
strength.
starting to get the hang of this place.
That was an impressive display. plan. Always onward. We will succeed.
Yeah, Megalomaniac's not that important. If you like, that's one of the nice things about getting the cheaper from Nothing Jewel, so you can get the wary dodging, and then you don't even need the Megalomaniac because you can still anoint that. So the setup I'm using is a workaround and a lot more expensive. Just so I can get the crazy strong from Nothing Jewel.
Too weak, too slow.
Gold key, huh?
Oh, that was close.
I got 3,700. Usually people ask about this. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070. And CPU is... Ryzen 7 5800. 8 core. 5800X 8 cores. My computer's like 7 years old. It's pretty good when I got it though.
A great challenge overcome. Impressive endurance. Relish your mortality.
Big hook. As in overheat.
A great challenge overcome.
I did have to change the thermal paste on mine after 5 years. But it was 5 years of running it pretty hard, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Otherwise, no problems. I haven't overclocked it though.
Rather not break my back.
What?
Swift magnificence.
I get a crazy number of these.
A
There was a rare here.
Overcome.
A rare was here.
An easy trophy. In my sights.
I shall
Freakishly
be-
long trial.
The choice is made. Always onwards. Beware the scorpion sting. This was the end of the thread in my time. But I sense another being resides here. Perhaps you can challenge them.
Rather
If
not
you
break my
can
back.
find them.
You want to try this where you play hardcore? I still think it'd be a great build with hardcore. You just have to play it differently. You don't play it as aggressively like you see me playing.
Let's plan. Always onwards. Fight with all.
Igor Snow says, man, I swapped from movement speed from my LA. Swapped to whirling slash, feels amazing. I had a high MSLA. Can't recommend more to anyone. Comment of the day right there. Paid actor for sure.
Time works against you, but I am its master.
I got a lot of paid actors this season, guys. I don't know where this money came from. I don't know how I pay you all. It sure as hell ain't in Twitch subs. Oh, I missed this one.
Impressive endurance.
Stay dead.
That was close.
Grog Derpinator. Thanks for the sub. There's my monthly minor boon for your continued efforts. Good man. That's great. Well put. I appreciate it. That was a major boon if I ever saw any.
Impressive endurance. An oasis in desert.
No. I like this. Wait, does it like cancel out of it? Oh, fuck. So lame. Wait, how did that work? What? Okay, I broke the game, apparently. I skipped the phase. I'm gonna have to repeat that. It was like the Mario 64 exploit. Skipped straight to Bowser or something. What the hell?
The choice is fight within made by
What do you pursue here? You here suffer the same
Dropped a sub and
fate as the
immediately got a Raw Divine. Yeah, that is called the streamer effect. Alright, if you want to know what that is, that's a hidden buff that's granted. Basically gives you like a 5,000% lucky multiplier for a short time after you sub.
stand tall.
So, you know, if you want to take advantage of that game-breaking mechanic, you should probably sub. It's like 1% of the power from the streamer client. Ooh, really? 1%. Sir, I'm gonna have to ask more respect. It's more like 0.1%. Alright. Show some respect.
Relish your mortality.
Gifted sub.
Relish your mortality.
Oh man, what happens when you gift the subs? Stealth Chaos gifted subs. Nice. Thanks, man. All those subs. Appreciate it. I mean, he's probably gonna drop a lock any second now. Nah, you'd have to give 10 to get a mirror. You probably get a lock though.
Stand tall.
Now the real drama is that the people who receive the gifted subs have a loot suppressant now, and the only way they can get out of it is if they gift subs to other people. It's kind of like that McDonald's line thing where it's like the pay it forward mechanic at McDonald's for good karma. Instead of good karma, it's good loot.
My son runs out.
Oh, here we go. Let's see. Oh, that's 4 relics. First time 4 relics. So I'm actually averaging more than 3 relics per run as of now. But one under. That's because I had this boon here. Somewhere on this giant list of boons, it says 30% increase effect of your non-unique relics. Multiplicative with my all my relics that I had. So
I shall aid you.
very nice. We are looking for lost cash again. Oh, time lost cash. Time lost cash. Time of cash. No.
What luck?
I want. I want the real one. No. Still not here. Fucking heck, dude. Nice. Silver's better than gold. In case you guys didn't know. Silver Arcanus is better than gold Arcanus. I would have never guessed. guess just do these. The rubies. Okay, well, I mean, things are going very well, technically. Not getting, like, supremely lucky or anything, but just executing well and getting reasonably good drops out of the things we're target farming. The most consistent drop is dropping consistently, and nothing else is, basically, so... I mean, even if the only currency I make really is from these relics here, there'll still be a boatload of currency. So you're spinning across multiple traps? Iframes? No, I don't know what that is. I take like 91% reduced damage from traps, though, because of the relic setup. So I can just ignore traps completely. Basically. 6 subs? What? 11 subs away from hitting 300. That'd be a new record. 300 subs at one time. Wow. Okay. How long have I been playing? I think I'm gonna take a dinner break because I don't want it to be a short stream. But I do want to get some dinner in here, so I have not done this since streaming to YouTube. Whoa! More gifted subs. Labaltron with the major gifted sub. Dude, we hit 300 subs. It says the number of 300 subscribers active. Wow, we did it. Broke new grounds. Awesome. Appreciate it, guys. From all that crazy tech, huh? Yes! We did it.